Hi, thoughts.
Actually, I think it's really cute how I coincidentally keep starting these with these videos in gratitude. And one thing I can attest for is that gratitude is a game changer. And I feel like I use that term very loosely, but it is. It really is a game changer. And I feel like what they say is true. A lot of times they're just like, oh, be thankful for what you have, and then you'll get more. And a lot of people don't seem to, I guess, see the connection of it, or maybe they're just not paying attention to the things that would qualify within that realm. So for example, well, not really for example, but it's like you start realizing all the things that you do in fact have to be grateful for. Things that we really don't even think about, first of all. So something that will probably be a great example is the air. It's all around us. We are surrounded in it. It's above us. It's next to us, besides us. Like, it's literally within and without our experience. And that's nothing we ever think about, like, oh, let me be grateful for the air, this clean air that we're breathing. And even sometimes it's not clean, but it has not killed us. Isn't it wonderful? Things to be grateful for. It's like there's so many things that are set up to take us out. And nevertheless, it's one of those things that it's like we have so much room and space to be grateful for it, but it's nothing we think about regularly. Our internal organs, our joints, our bones, our muscles, our tissues, our cells, what else? Our skin, our eyes, our eyebrows, the little fuzzy hairs on our bodies, like those are our fillers. Isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that just bananas? All the things that we really genuinely don't have to consider, but they all function flawlessly in our day-to-day. We don't have to think about it. I don't have to think, let me blink, let me blink, let me blink. Clearly I blinked even more times than I even mentioned this now. We don't have to think left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. We don't have to do any of that. We just walk. No thoughts. We just breathe. Our lungs inhale and exhale. We don't do anything to make that happen. It even happens when we're sleeping. Talking about autopilot. Like, we have so many things to be grateful for, and the more we realize that, that's when all the other things to be grateful for spill in. So I brought that in for an example, but it just brings on a rampage of gratitude. And I don't know who listened to Abraham Hicks. I feel like I said this low-key every video, but with Abraham Hicks, and I always forget my point too. What the heck? But I forgot the point this time as well. But it's like the things that we pay attention to, we really do get more of. So all the things that I've like rampaged into, it just had me start thinking about, oh, I'm thankful for the soles of my feet. I'm thankful for my toes. I'm thankful for the trees, the specific branches that branch off of the trees, the leaves that grow on the trees and then they die in the winter and then they come back. None of us have to go back up there and put those leaves back up there. It's everything here on this earth, on this plane, is so self-sustaining that honestly there's nothing man can do to disrupt that. And as much as they could try to do to disrupt that, this earth, unless like a meteor comes and like blows it to smithereens, there's no stopping earth from earthing, because there's somewhere on earth that still earths despite how much human has come in and tried to intervene that. So there is always pockets of earth doing its thing seamlessly, happily, healthily, with no help from anybody. But it's the same as our bodies. It's like we're all Wolverine, just like the earth. It's like we just regenerate. We regenerate. We get a cut. It scabs itself up. It puts a new layer of skin underneath it. Like, who thought of this? Who thought of this? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it's all so perfectly made. Like, all the perfect imperfections of life as a human on earth. And I can only imagine from an animal's perspective. Like, from an animal's perspective, it's just like they don't even have, I mean, I can't say that they don't have feelings, but in my head, animals are honestly like the Disney characters where they have these full, robust lives with each other and they connect with all the other animals. And it's not like, I mean, it's predatory situations because they're animals, but it's not like they I was gonna say like they depicted in the WoW. They showed in the WoW with the real ones, I should say, versus how it is on cartoons. And so in my head, everything's like that. Just like that movie Osmosis Jones. He ate like an egg salad sandwich or something from like a gas station vending machine, and it took him inside the body, and it took him inside the body, and inside that body was a whole essential town, a city of life. It was bacteria and like all these different things that just like in Men in Black, where in Orion's belt was a universe. And so it's just like within all these universes are more universes. Isn't that like crazy? It's crazy. Like the fact like how we're on top of the earth, like, and then just us being here helps the earth. I mean, it used to. I can't say what it does so much nowadays, but yeah, it's like everything's just working perfectly. And as imperfect as things may seem, there is still a rhyme and a reason and a high level of importance for its existence. And even if we don't know the reason, it's there for a reason. Like our earlobes. I signed to put pretty earrings in. What are they for? Does it make your ear more stable? I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google search it now because I'm interested. But like, isn't this mind blown? And so when you take it back to gratitude, you'll see that it's a ever evolving system, and what you focus on grows. So a lot of times that's why people have a hard time being in gratitude and seeing gratitude, because we all either consciously or subconsciously choose how we decide to feel about something. So if we are choosing to feel negatively, or if we're programmed, I shouldn't even say choose, if we're programmed to believe negatively about things that happen within our experience, within the world, or if we choose to see it positively, it's like whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so what you focus on grows. Truly what you focus on grows. So when you learn to find the things that you can appreciate, and it's everywhere, everything, even in the worst of the worst of the worst of situations, there's a bright side. There's always a bright side, even if it's something that you don't realize is a bright side until 20 years from now. Lessons are lessons. Things happen for you, not to you. Nothing happens to you. Things happen for you. And these are opportunities to take them and grow from them. So, taking it back to gratitude, when you focus on gratitude, you'll find one more thing to be grateful for. Like I went on that rampage about, I don't know what it was about, honestly, but what you focus on grows. You can easily reach that moment of where it's just flowing on its own. Like I can say, thank you for the breath in my body, for the lungs that hold the breath, for the blood, for the veins, for the cartilage, the tissues, the cells, all the things in my body, my fingernails, things that don't even necessarily seem like they're necessary. There's so much to be grateful for. That's all I'm getting at. That is all. That is all. Is it all?